Good morning. Welcome to a Friday edition of iBrand Daybreak. It's the weekend and we're excited to be going into the weekend with so much bliss and with so much glee, glamour and excitement. It's Friday, like Fridays on the show. It's an exciting one. Now, every day of the show is exciting, but Fridays is this, this thing that comes to the weekend. Oh, well, my name is Margaret Opera and I have my
Michael, not
and
here.
together we are Square.
That's a good one. I'm good. Thank you very much. Yes, as usual, we've got it all lined up for you today to ensure that you have a fantastic time on the show. We got newspaper update, paper review, discussion. You want to know what we have in store? You have to stick around to get it all. And then, of course, we're going to bring up the rear with the social media buzz. We are now going to delve into the updates. President Muhammadu Buhari will once again be traveling to the United Kingdom for medical checkup. A statement from his special advisor on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, says the president will proceed to London today for a scheduled medical follow-up. He is due back in the country during the second week of July. Remember, he traveled to London for medical checkup in March.
And now the members of Nigerian's Africa Cup Nation 1994 winning team have a reason to smile after nearly 3 decades. President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the allocation of a 3-bedroom flat promised to each of the players. The disclosure is coming from the senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu. It's happening the same day the governor of Lagos, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, also approved the gifting of the building promised Nigerian first Olympic gold medalist, Choma Adunwa.
Still in Lagos, the Lagos State Police Command has arrested 21-year-old Chidinma for allegedly killing the chief executive officer of Super TV, Usifo Ataga. The State Commissioner of Police, Hakim Odumosu, says the undergraduate of the University of Lagos has confessed to committing the crime. Chidinma was paraded to the police command headquarters in Ikeja today. And we've also got rescuers and desperately searching for any survivors trapped in the rubble of a collapsed 12-story residential building north of Miami. At least 1 person has been killed and 99 are still missing, officials say. As families desperately wait for news, search teams say they are working around the clock and could hear people banging amid the debris. Now, what caused the 40-year-old building to collapse early Thursday morning remains unclear.
And now members of Nigerian's Cup. Okay, let's just go forward then. Kenya police said the number of soldiers killed in a helicopter crash near Nairobi is 17. 6 people on board are seriously injured. The victims were on the training exercise when the helicopter came down in Kaijado's country. And yeah, that's wrapped it up for us on news now. On news update, rather. We'll take a short break now. Up next, we'll be reviewing some top stories on our National Daily today. So stay with us.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
Most people don't understand the magic of a perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin, We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiville Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiville family.
Mama, you're coming to Lagos. Banga. Baby, Mama just called me now. She's coming to see you. She asked me to tell you to make banga soup for her. And she's close to the house. Oh.
How do you expect me to prepare banga in just few minutes?
I have a solution for you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You no sabi cook the banga. You no go enter my family.
Pali banga is used in making other exotic dishes such as banga jollof rice, banga efo riro, banga asaro or yam porridge, banga egusi, and many more. Pali banga is easy to open, no preservatives, no cholesterol, and no coloring. Approved by NAFDAC. Manufactured by Pali Agro Products Limited. Available in all leading stores and supermarkets nationwide.
Pali banga, natural palm fruit extracts for tasty African cuisine. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services, and meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
Most people don't understand the magic of a perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiville Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiville family.
You're welcome now to this segment where we bring you reviews of some of the headlines in some of today's Nigeria's dailies. That's talking about the newspaper's review. And we got right here in the house to help us analyze some of the emerging issues. Femi Johnson. Ayodele. Good morning, Femi.
You know me too well.
Yeah,
Good morning. Glad to be here once again.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We're kicking off with the punch. Buhari leaves for UK checkup as doctors threaten fresh strike. President going for medical follow-up returns July presidency. Buhari beats 21-day requirement, avoids handover to Osinbajo. NARD laments accumulated salaries, says federal government fails to fulfill promise. Let's take a couple of them at the very top of the paper. We're investigating $1 billion in Lagos-Ibadan Expressway to others. Federal government, NPC, NBC amendment bills against constitution. Attempts to criminalize freedom of expression. Falana.
Oh, now this one is saying the topmost part says Anambra Guba is the one for Solu those runner-up rejects Abgar primary result, and alleged soldiers collusion with bandits. That's the top story. Defense chief Irabo attacks Sheikh Gumi. The writer saying says anyone accusing military of conniving with bandits, hallucinating Islamic clerics should be arrested. Coming from IPOP. Federal government rules to retire military officers, and by the side of the paper says Buhari goes to London for medical follow-up. INEC admits security threats at registration areas. Federal government states owing 33.11 trillion naira coming from the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics and honored to submit revised 25-year-old roadmap national space policy to FEC. Now the last story here says tension at gunmen's Tom Abuja Hotel. Kidnapped 6 guests and owner. Writer saying 5 bandits killed, 2 arrested in Niger State.
Taking us now to the Nigerian Tribune. Court slates July 21 to hear suit seeking Buhari's sack from office. Buhari returns to London for medical checkup. Almost all the papers declare that. Ban government officials who violate press freedom. Electoral reform. Stakeholders charge UK, US, and Canada. Why I stabbed Super TV CEO 3 eyes. That's 3 times. That's 21-year-old female Unilag student. Infrastructure. Nigeria is poor. Only option is to borrow. Senate President with rider there. Federal government states owe 33.11 trillion naira external domestic debts NBS. I want it to be more popular than Onyenusi, Anini, Rambo, Ondo robbery suspects.
Now the Guardian paper says 324,000 children, $27.8 billion lost to conflict in Northeast, says the United Nations. Moving on, how $300 million NMPC fund was secretly lodged. Buhari returns to UK for medical, promises vibrant space sector. Unilag undergraduate tells how she mothered Super TV CEO lover. And finally, Africa facing third wave COVID-19 surge, the World Health Organization warns. Femi, back to you. Now, there's this story on Michael has that story, yeah?
Okay, yeah, all right. That's talking about Buhari leaving for UK for medical checkup.
Some story says follow-up too, so.
It's still medical checkup at the end of the day, whichever way they approached it. So, Femi now.
All right.
What's your take on that?
Well, the truth
Remember the last time he traveled to, and people were not happy. There were a lot of reactions, you know, and stuff. This time around, he's traveled again. And why is it that each time he travels, he has a vice president left behind, and this vice president seems to be ignored each time he travels out? Well, that's not the major one. It's something that could be looked at much later. Now, let's talk about his traveling this time around.
Well, thank you very much. Basically, it's natural for the president to seek a medical checkup. As humans, you're bound to seek. It's what is natural, is expected. The first time this year was in March, where I traveled to London to seek the first medical checkup. And now this time around, it's like a form of follow-up according to the spokesperson, to the last one he had. So this one is just like within 6 months, the president is embarking on medical trip for like 2 times. Well, the truth is, the problem is not that the president is seeking medical attention or medical follow-up. Well, the challenge or the controversy is the fact that he's seeking that abroad. He's seeking that in London. And that sends a kind of negative signal, you understand. If you and I, everything we have to, this is the president who often says we should eat what we consume, we should promote local products, you understand. Whatever we have to do, proudly Nigerian, we should be proud to use whatever we have.
So here it's like a case of do as I say, not as I do.
And then it's sending a wrong signal about the sector itself, about the capacity of our medical personnel, And doctors are always quick to defend themselves. I've read several reports, and then if you check the number of doctors that are leaving Nigeria in droves, you'll be very amazed. There's a report that says that as far as medical tourism is concerned, Nigeria loses, say, about, over 500 billion annually. 500 billion. That's something huge. And so, and why is that happening? Because you won't have to say we don't have medical doctors who are capable like their counterparts abroad. But it's just the fact that the equipment are not available, the right environment, and then that's why people deem it fit to go abroad. But I'm not too comfortable because we are talking about the president here. If we have set that example that it's possible for you to seek medical attention in Nigeria and get the right experts, then we'll have given him kudos for that. But in this sense, he's going to London, money is going to be spent, he's going to go with some aids, and all these things are being financed by the states. And that's where the challenge is. So it's important we understand the need for our public officers to start patronizing our local industries. Then talking about the political side, which is not handing over to the vice president. We all know that has been the practice. It's just a diplomatic way of sidelining the man. Ideally or constitutionally, the president is expected to hand over to someone. And then even if you say now there's vacuum in governance, I'm very sure his aides are quick to defend him, to say that, oh yes, all the ministers are working, the vice president is working behind the scene, and there's no vacuum in governance. But it's a lacuna when it comes to constitutional issue and when it comes to legal issue, for the president to leave without officially handing over to the vice president to take charge of that responsibility. What it means is the vice president is not given the official obligation to do some things. Even if he's going to do it, he's going to do it in the capacity of the vice president, not as acting president or in the power or authority vested on the commander-in-chief or that of the president. But that has been the practice in Nigeria, and over time, when something is done, it becomes the norm, and I think that's what is playing out.
And that really shows that all is not well within the presidency, don't you think so?
Well, the truth is, one thing I've known about these two personalities is their combination could be a good development, but unfortunately, they've not been able to maximize that kind of partnership. Interestingly, my personal observation, the strength of Buhari's government in having someone like Oshibajo, who is a professor of law, who is good with public communication.
He's got the capacity,
he's got the potential to do so much, and then he's not being utilized. And so,
caged in.
You understand, and that's exactly what is playing now. Having that kind of person in your cabinet as your vice president, and you're not utilizing it, I don't think is to his advantage. And that should be addressed. But interestingly, the man is also being diplomatic, he's been quiet, and I feel he does that on purpose so that he won't be seen to be in collision course with his boss. And I think for me, that's the wisest thing to do.
Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure being here always.
All right. At this juncture, we're going to take a breather. We'll be back, not with another press review, no. We're going to be back with the main topic of the day. That's when we come right back. Don't go away.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's true unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
Through unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. Through unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores.
You go enter market, just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for now. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do now make you go for the open am. Take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again. My brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081-6397-4447, 080-3564-4436, 070-6663-8213. Banga Fresh Palm.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
Most people don't understand the magic of a perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiville Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiville family.
Market, just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for now. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do now make you go for the open am. take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again, my brother no waste time again. Just go buy banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Wherever you are, whatever you do, iBrandTV got you covered with the latest news.
On iBrand News Now.
It's about making history.
Top-notch news analysis.
Who knows how many of them that we have in governance?
Insightful breakfast show.
Welcome to another interesting edition of iBrand Daybreak.
Business trends.
Hello and welcome to Business 24.
Entertainment gist.
Hello and welcome to the BTS.
Sport review.
This is the arena.
Fashion tips.
This is brands and fashion on iBrandTV.
And a lot more. Keep watching iBrandTV as we make your day worthwhile with quality TV broadcast. iBrandTV. Business first.
Most people don't understand the magic of a perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiville Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiville family.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
Many thanks for staying with us on the show. This is still live on Daybreak, and it's a beautiful Friday morning in Lagos, Nigeria, and every part of the world. Now it's time for our discussion segments. Now, developing close friendship can have powerful impacts on our physical health, whether same-sex or opposite sex. A friend is someone we can lean on when in trouble or pain. Friends help relieve stress, provide comfort and joy, and prevent loneliness and isolation. But the question is it appropriate to still keep an opposite sex as a bestie, or what you call best friends, while in relationships? Please share your thoughts on our social media platforms, and let's just hear what you think. With us in the studio, we have our guest presenters, Success Caminos and Chidechi Chidieze. Good morning, Success and Chidechi.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Now, so the question, the big question, is it appropriate to keep an opposite sex as a best friend while in a relationship? I'll just start with Success. What do you think?
I was hoping you don't start.
I'll start with you.
Start with
no, you're delectable. You're beautiful. So I like things like that.
Thank you, Margaret.
Watching. It's not watching. It's real. I'm not joking.
Okay, so is it appropriate to keep an opposite or a person of the opposite gender or sex as a bestie while you're in a relationship? I would say there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, because before you go into a relationship, before you got serious in that relationship, you had friends, you know, and some of them were of the opposite sex, or in some cases, most of them are from the opposite sex or are of the opposite sex. So it's not a bad thing to have friends. In fact, it is good. But then boundaries. So somebody mentioned something to me yesterday. He said, if I meet someone that is in a relationship and she's giving me the body language that she doesn't really like the person she's with, I will move ahead. I will go on and woo her, and trust me, she's going to fall. And then you start hearing cases of cheating and all. But if you create a boundary, you know, maybe you are a playful type and you can be flirty, and there's nothing wrong with that, that's you. But when you are in a serious relationship, just because of for your partner's sake and for his or her peace of mind, just create that boundaries and like stand by it.
Oh, okay.
Pretty not much different from what she said. It's all falls down to boundary. Where you don't know how to draw the line, then it becomes an issue. I'm not of the school of thought that you can't have close friends. Let me not say per se best friends. You can't have pretty much close friends from the opposite sex when you should be in a relationship. I'm not of that school of thought. I too keep friends from all sexes, whether I'm in a relationship or not. So, like she said, before you got into the relationship, you had these friends. Do you do away with these friends because you got into a relationship? What happens when you leave the relationship and these people are no longer your friends? Do you want to start building? You can't do away with people just like that because you think you got somebody you're in love with,
and then when it doesn't work out fine, then
you're now looking. It actually makes no sense. So the thing is, like she said, you need to know where to draw your boundaries. You need to know where to call it a line. You need to know when some things are meant to be told to only your partner. You need to know when some things can be shared with both your partner and your best friend. That's what matters the most.
It's quite a tricky one. Okay. Having an opposite sex as a partner on the one hand, having another opposite sex as a bestie on the other hand, quite a tricky one. Chances are you could swap intimate activities. Yeah. And likelihood is you lose the legitimate or the original partner. Worse still, you lose both sides. Now, bottom line is make your partner your bestie. You just can't be too careful. Hello, the boundary thing. We are human beings. It just happens, before you know it, it's over.
Yeah, I think, let me just rephrase the question again. Is it appropriate to still keep an opposite sex as a bestie? So if this bestie was there as an opposite sex was there as your bestie before getting into a relationship, to still, I think the question that I omitted is still. It's one thing to keep and still keep. Imagine I'm best friends with Judechi and I got into a relationship and he's my best friend before I got into that relationship. Am I supposed to dump him?
Make him your partner.
I should make Judechi. No,
your partner.
People might not be compatible. You don't have to.
Then drop him.
No. I don't.
If you're not compatible, if there's no compatibility between you and your partner, then you are not qualified
I mean,
to be partners.
No, not partners.
It's
Your
simple.
best friend. No,
friends.
you said I should then make him my best friend. That's the thing. People might be cool as friends and not cool for a relationship.
It's just like saying marry your best friend.
How many people actually really marry their best friends?
And those relationships last. They stand the test of time. There are no two ways about it.
Can we marry everybody then? If you're my friend, then I marry you, and then this person is my friend, then I have to marry him too. No.
I have some questions. Oh, just go on.
There are people have different qualities, and I know that for example, Judechi is my friend, but I might not find him sexually attractive.
Yeah, for a
yeah,
relationship.
exactly. I might not. I might be able to cope with certain excesses as a friend from afar.
She's not the only man around. Look for
she's coming from a particular.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. Not Jidechi. I'm not referring to you.
Yeah,
she used that as an example, and I'm saying that guy is not the only guy around. There are millions of them out.
Okay, so let's use Michael as the example here now. Say he might have some attitude. I feel like if you're going to be living with somebody for a long time, the vows say till death do us part, you are supposed to study their baggage, their excesses, and know, okay, can I live with this for the rest of my life? Now, I might be friends with someone that has one very bad attitude that I can't live with it, but the person is a good person, and I can cope, and because as a friend, I can cope, you understand? But as a partner, it's a deal breaker, you understand? So I can't do away with that person. It does not take away all the good things this person brings to the table. So you're my friend, but then there's another person that feeds me in a way that is intimate. I like you. Romantically. I'm attracted to you, and then your baggage is something that I can handle. That's the difference between people that you're just friends with and someone that you're intimate with. That person can still be your bestie while you have other very good friends.
Is going to breed jealousy.
No, Michael, this is where
handle it. I think
this is where I think what you're saying is good, but there are times when you need a friend that is not your partner. Now, this is what I thought. This is what I thought while she was talking.
Okay.
You have an issue with your partner who is your best friend. Now, you are to get an advice from someone on what you should do to handle the situation better. Your supposed best friend is who you're having this issue with. Who do you go to meet? There has to be somebody who you can always someone who actually has it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who is looking to break this relationship with her. That's why we said boundary, understanding that there need to be boundaries. It doesn't matter if it's someone of the opposite sex. As far as it's somebody that can give you a sound advice, as far as it's somebody that has that listening ear that you can go to in times where you need someone to talk to.
There's a twist here. What if the person is an ex?
Now that's a totally different scenario, but
it is not totally different.
It's actually a totally different scenario.
No, it's all the same thing.
I'm not of the school of thought of taking.
Ex,
I actually think if it's a case of exes, I actually think you shouldn't be taking things of your current relationship to your ex. If that's the situation.
Margaret has said things over and over here that when she breaks up with someone, they're still friends.
No, I'm not saying you should not be friends.
It happens to a lot of people.
It's just like saying
I can break up with someone now, and they're still very good.
Well, what I said was, I could be your friend.
There'll be limitations.
Oh, see, if I had a relationship with you and I broke up with you, I'm sorry, I don't even remember having a relationship with you. My mind blanks, and if you're a good person, we remain friends. We don't have to quarrel. But then practical example is, I have a best friend who is getting married in September. We've been best friends for 5-6 years. His wife to be is now my friend. He is my best friend, and there was nothing intimate about our relationship as friends. So the wife, everyone thought we were dating. But I don't believe I owe people explanations for why I'm friends with an opposite sex. If I connect with you, you're a good person. My family knows you. I can be your friend. I was not dating him. I didn't have plans to date him. He was called fine guy. But then I didn't look at him in that light. Everyone thought there was something, but I didn't have to explain.
I don't understand why people think it's impossible.
I don't know. You know, the problem is when you start having the need to explain to everybody. That's what the problem is. I personally, it's my personal thing. Some people like to explain. I don't believe I should explain myself to anybody, because if I choose to have Michael as my best friend, our relationship is strictly between Michael and I, except he wants to take it outside to other people. I don't think I should explain. But then the thing is, the relationship was very cool, down to who he's getting married to today. How did it happen? The engagement, we planned it together. The wedding, we are planning together. She's not my friend, but because of him, she is now my friend. And now they are getting married. And now I have two best friends, which is the lady and the guy. Of course, I know boundaries. He's engaged. I can't call him when we used to talk when he wasn't engaged. Now there are boundaries. Now I'm even closer to his wife, which even he complains most time. Oh, now I now have to call her and we are gisting, and now she's now like a best friend to me while he's also a best friend to me. So that's its boundary. So I don't believe I can have.
So
when eventually
you get married, what becomes of that relationship?
The relationships I've had, he knew all of them. Of course, they were friends. He was friends with my exes.
What if he's not comfortable with that?
Why my boyfriend or my partner?
Your partner.
Oh, then we'll talk about it.
I don't even think it's possible, because the person has to understand the fact that, oh, and he's your best friend. You'll be bringing him, oh, last time I went to Juliet's house. Oh, last time. Michael's wife said.
But you can't even say you're not comfortable. You know why? Because this guy has been there before you.
That's what I'm trying to
say.
That's
and so
what
why are
I
you now
think.
uncomfortable
That's
for?
what
What's
I
the
think
problem?
people need to always understand. The fact that you meet somebody today doesn't mean that person's life started that day. People always knew other people before they got to know about you. So you don't. I actually think that for me is a red flag, because I actually don't see a reason why you come into my life and you want me to do away with every other person in my life.
It screams.
If you're not comfortable with
it, not right.
Sorry, you have to be someone that can.
I would give you your respect as my partner. You already in the pecking order. You come first.
Of course.
There's most likely nothing I would tell my best friend, Percy. I would not tell you.
But I haven't told you before.
But if you feel uncomfortable that I should have a best friend, I should still talk to. That is a red flag for me.
But the thing is,
let me paint a scenario.
Okay.
There is this case of a couple, newly married. I wouldn't know what the man actually did, but the wife felt hurt. And she went into the room, locked herself up, and was crying, weeping. She picked up her phone and called her bestie, relating everything that happened between her and her husband. And this is a guy who knows the in, or who knew the in and out of this lady in question, who actually understands this lady better than her husband. He said, don't cry. Okay, what's this weekend like? Come, let me take you out as we used to do, make you feel good, forget about whatever. And she did. The husband found out, and that was the end of the marriage.
What are we talking about here? Were they intimate, or
what are we talking about here?
Mark and they were intimate. Yes. Now that is what we are saying. There's a point where people don't understand boundaries in friendships.
But the truth is, Margaret, the thing is, let me just be very honest. There is a point there. And that's
sometimes you actually think you have things under control.
Exactly. Sometimes you think you have things under control, and then something happened, and then you say, "Oh, it's a mistake." And so
that's the reason it's a very tricky one.
It's
a very tricky one. We're all Christians. Okay, the devil is very, very smart. Okay. He'll bring that. See, this is the guy who makes you happy, who makes you laugh, and you go to ask for such occasions, things that will make you laugh, forget about your worries, and before you know it, something you never planned or something you never imagined happens.
Let's take it from the guys. Let's take it from the guy's part. There is this. For example, now a girl is calling, say my boyfriend, calling him at some kind of ungodly hours in the name of bestie. The truth is, I won't tolerate it.
Of course.
So I would ask my.
Judith, why? I'm reacting to the fact you have to do the like all the three.
Well, of course. I
I
expect if you're in a relationship, you should put your partner into consideration, irrespective of the fact that you have a best friend.
That's actually my stance on this. To be very honest,
they will not be like, it's just a friend. It's just if this is how we do, we play,
No,
and then
the thing is, if you who is in the relationship, you see that this bestie in quotes is now crossing a line.
The line you have.
If you don't cut the person,
who has time to check?
No, it's not who has time to check. That's where I think that's where
if you want that relationship to work, you should check.
I think that's where you understanding how to put them in their places comes into play. When you don't understand that your partner is over your best friend, and you don't know a time when you should cut away the supposed best friend, that's when there's a problem with you as the person.
That problem is always there.
It's
to be very frank, my stance on this has to be understand boundaries. If you don't understand boundary, then there's no reason whatsoever having a best friend of the opposite sex that is not your partner.
And aside understanding boundaries, there's also a need to set things straight. Personally, there's some calls I do not even take once it's 10 p.m. I know it's work related. I don't even like, except it's an emergency. So you can't call me at that time when I am not close to you. If I meet success today, I set boundaries with her. You know where your friendship ends. She knows my partner. I can't be talking for 1 hour with someone who is not my partner. I don't know what we are talking about. So I'm good at putting people, this way it ends. And when you cross the line, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. And that has helped me. Of course, I've had a best friend who is getting married and also had known my partner, and there's nothing wrong with that, Michael. So you wrap up this now before you're about to say something.
It's been quite exciting, quite interactive, very, very interesting. 4 contributors there, with various views. Whichever way your pendulum dangles to, be wise. Coming up next will be Entertainment Corner with Success.
Most people don't understand the magic of the perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiville Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiville family.
You go enter market, just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do na make you go for the open am. Take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again. My brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63 974447. 08035644436 07066638213. Banga Fresh Pam.
Thanks for staying with us. This is Entertainment Corner with me, Success Kiamenez. Now, tears as ex-WWE star tragically dies. WWE World has been thrown into mourning following the untimely death of former star Melissa Coates. Super Genie, as she was popularly referred to, had one of her legs amputated in a life-saving procedure, but has eventually passed months later. However, Sun Sports report that the cause of her death is yet to be made public, but tributes have begun to pour in from all angles. A number of wrestlers led by current SmackDown star Bayley have since sent tributes to one of their own on social media. The tragic news was broken by Coates' friend, who took to social media to pay an emotional tribute to Melissa. The friend revealed Melissa's family had requested to make the announcement public on their behalf, with the friend urging everyone to respect the family's privacy as they mourn their king. The post said, "This may be the hardest post I've ever made. Just got word from Terry Sabu Bronk that Super Genie Melissa Coates has passed away this afternoon." The announcement was followed by a similar update by the Cauliflower Alley Club, a non-profit known to take care of former full-time wrestlers. Now, Cauliflower posted, "We send our sincerest condolences to her family, friends and fans. May they find comfort in the memories left behind during this most difficult time. R.I.P. Melissa." Now, Melissa's death came only months after a GoFundMe page was set up to raise funds for the amputation of her leg after it emerged arteries supplying blood to her left lower leg were obstructed by blood clots. R.I.P. to you, Melissa. It is a very great loss indeed. Now, it was quite easy for me to jump on this. Brymo stars in first Nollywood film. Now, popular singer Brymo might be one of Nigeria's best vocalists with at least a critically acclaimed album, but in this new film titled Price of Admission, Brymo played the role of a frustrated upcoming singer caught up in the world of payola. In his acting debut, Brymo played Kola, an upcoming artist who tries to make the most out of his new hit record to get himself and his sister out of the slums of Lagos. Now, the demand of radio personalities to play his record and give him a platform led him to desperate actions. Price of Admission, which has premiered on YouTube, is a film that explores the culture of payola in the music industry. Now, speaking about the film, Brymo said, "Price of Admission showcases the struggle some talents go through to break into the music business. It was quite easy for me to jump on this. I'm happy to lend my art towards a good cause. Hopefully we passed a strong message with this one." The short film, which also starred Folu Storms and Femi Branch, was directed by Udoka Onyeka. The director recently released the short film on YouTube months after its private screening held in Lagos. I'm so happy for you, Brymo. I think the Yellow album is fantastic. Make sure to drop your comments down on our live chat. Margaret, take over.
All right, thank you so much, Success. Coming out for that entertainment report. Congratulations to the Nigeria who is making waves in Hollywood. And now it's time for our social media buzz. If you're just joining in, don't worry, you joined late, and later we'll have a repeat belt for you. And also tomorrow, nothing for you. On Monday, we'll go through it. And now social media is buzzing as usual. Now there's a question here. It says, if education doesn't work for you, what's your backup plan? And of course, you trust Nigerians to give amazing and hilarious, even quite intelligent reactions. Ogbeni Sheun says rather, now to start church. To start church, will invest in nice suits, get a phonetic teacher, bank loan to buy a warehouse, nice car, and furnish it with good sound system. Rent fine girls at protocols and evangelism theme. Few bodyguards we go follow me waka. Rent people we go do miracle runs or more would they? Hey, Abdul Salam Nuruddin says, at this point I could follow Kanayo or Kanayo. Victoria Presley says, I will start over till I become a professor. Education must work. Itoro Okon said, now private part barber salon I won't open. I'm giving people clean cut, fair styles, then mop beats. Oh wow. Then mop. Oh, Amos Wabodu Mohammed says, there's no way education will not work in your life. Even if you end up as a prostitute, you'll be an educated prostitute. Oh yeah. Oluwadaminola said, no hard now. Now to look for better judge on the silk puff puff. Jacinta said, I will open shop and be massaging people's esophagus for a living. Oh my goodness, Nigerians look for fun in everything. But then the person that said he was going to hire church and hire warehouse, hire bodyguards, all the money you're using, why not use it to start it?
The thing is, even because I was looking at a ranking on social media, and it said being a pastor is one of the lucrative businesses in Nigeria. And I was like, guy, when you were reading, I was like, your head is there.
You have the detailed
warehouse,
the protocols to find girls at protocols, then bouncers that will follow him around, then what else did he mention again? Sound system. Oh my goodness. Phonetics teacher.
I'm just, oh please.
Michael.
We're getting it all mixed up here, you know. Churches or religion is now shifting from what it used to be to something else, quite inexplicable. Okay, how can one think of when all aspects of life fail you? The only thing to fall back on is opening up a church, getting all those things the guy talked about. Well,
I think it's catching cruise and trying to have fun.
No, but he meant it. He actually
we don't know. We're not.
Can I tell you something? There are some churches in existence today which were birthed this way.
Well,
take it or leave it.
We'll never know.
Well,
do you understand?
But so many other people mentioned some other things.
And that's the kind of places where you have fake miracles and what have you.
Well, it's not about the churches now. It's about what someone said, and like I wouldn't know if he meant it or not.
Or not, we'll probably know.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to tell you, I guess he meant, okay, the guy that talked about puff puff, those in the puff puff business, they are crying today.
Because flour is expensive.
Do you understand? Something I used to sell for like less than 10,000 now goes for 20,000.
All right, well, someone said
life is not easy.
Education must work, even if you're a prostitute, you are an educated.
Like,
getting educated is not it's just not for you to get a job, okay?
Oh, okay.
To improve yourself, that matters a lot. So wherever you find out, like the guy who said, even if you are a prostitute, you're an educated one, or whatever.
All right.
Education is very, very basic.
Yeah, very basic. So it will work for me. It's working for me. It's working for Success. Working for Michael. I'm sure it will work for every other person. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, for being part of the show from Monday till date, which is a Friday. Without you, there's no iBrand Daybreak. And thank you to the production crew for making this a success. Thank you so much. Success is here, and thank you for making this a success. To Michael, thank you, and all the guest presenters. Leave you with a quote from Albert Einstein that says, if you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not people or things. Taking that again, if you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal and not people or things, because every other thing will fade away. All right, now, thank you so much once more. Join us on Monday for another interesting, educating, and entertaining section on iBrand Daybreak. My name is Margaret Obara.
I'm Success Cameron.
Michael North here. Have a fun-filled weekend.
Bye for now.